So welcome to the first lecture, and now we will start the ring. So let me define ring first. So before defining the ring, actually ring is the generalization of a structure that is already on the set of real numbers. Suppose R is the set of real numbers, then it has two operations, one is plus and one is dot, and it has several properties, but out of that we know that this is an abelian group. And with respect to dot, although it has several other properties, but this dot is associative, so we can say that this is a semi-group. Semi-group means binary operation, associative binary operation. And also dot is distributive over plus. This is left distributive and this is right distributive, that is B plus C dot A. If you will take, then it will become B dot A plus C dot A. This is called the right distributive. So these are for the set of real numbers, but any set R together with two operations plus and dot having these properties are called ring. So the ring is a generalization of these properties which is found on the set of real numbers, and it is not necessary to write it as plus or dot. It may be any operation O1 and O2, but these operations must have these properties. But as it is generalization of the properties of real number, we usually write this operation as plus and this operation as dot. It is called the first operation, this is called the second operation, this is called the addition operation, this is called the multiplication operation in any journal ring. So suppose, let me define it properly. Suppose R is a non-empty set then R together with two operations plus R cross R to R and dot from R cross R to R is called ring if the first thing R with respect to addition is an abelian group, second R with respect to dot, this is semi-group, means the operation dot is associative, and third dot is distributive over plus. Dot is distributive over plus, that is the same thing, left distributive and right distributive. A dot B plus C should be equal to A dot B plus A dot C, and B plus C dot A, if you write, then it should be B dot A plus C dot A for all A, B, C in R. A, B, C in R. So one thing, this may be any operation, but because it is a generalization of the set of real numbers, so we usually write it as plus and call it first operation. This may be any operation, but because it is a generalization, so we write it as dot and call it multiplication operation. Identity of plus is denoted as 0. Identity with respect to plus is denoted as 0, because 0 is working as an identity in the set of real number with respect to addition, and this 0 is called additive identity. 0 is called additive identity. Some more point. This dot need not have identity. This operation dot need not have identity. But if it has identity, then the ring is called, R is called ring with identity. Ring with identity or ring with unity, or ring with unit. These are the names. Identity of with respect to dot is called multiplicative identity. And if exist, then use denoted as 1. This notation is not fixed, but usually it is denoted as 1. This notation is not fixed, but usually it is denoted as 0. If nothing is given and I am talking about the additive identity, it means I will write it as 0. And if I am talking about the multiplicative identity and nothing else is given, then I am talking about 1. Okay, if multiplicative identity exists, then the ring is called the ring with identity. It may happen that the multiplicative identity does not exist. We will see it in the example. Second thing is that if this is commutative, this operation is commutative, then we will call this ring as commutative ring with identity. If A dot B is equal to B dot A for all AB in R, then ring is called, R is called commutative ring. This is called commutative ring. And if in a commutative ring identity also exists, then we call it as commutative ring with identity. Now come to the examples. Now come to the examples of the ring. So examples. Because it is a generalization of the set of all real numbers, so you can see that it satisfies all the properties of the ring. So this is the first example of the ring, so this is a ring. It is not hard to verify that set of complex number with respect to addition and dot also satisfies all the three properties, so it is also a ring. Set of rational numbers with respect to plus and dot also satisfies this property, so this is also a ring. Set of integers with respect to addition and multiplication satisfies all these properties, so it is also a ring. What about set of natural numbers with respect to addition and multiplication, because addition and multiplication is also defined on the set of natural numbers? Is it a ring? No, it is not a ring, because n with respect to plus is itself not a group. Although n with respect to dot is a semi-group, but n with respect to addition is not a group. So it is not a ring. So this is an example of not a ring. So this was example number 1. Now example number 2. Example number 2. So consider the set of all n cross m. Let me take n cross n matrices over R. So when I write plus means the addition of matrices. So we know that this is a group with respect to addition of matrices, and also matrix multiplication is associative. Also, if we take matrices ABC, then dot is distributive over plus, so we can write it as A dot C. And similarly from the right hand side, that is B plus C or dot A, it is easy to verify. I am leaving it as an exercise for you to verify C dot A, where ABC are the elements of this set. So it is actually a ring. So this is a ring with respect to addition. Is it a commutative ring? No, it is not a commutative ring. This is not commutative ring. Why? Because matrix multiplication is not commutative. These all are commutative ring. These all are commutative ring. These all are commutative ring. Also there is identity, that is 1 here. 1 will work as a identity. So this is a commutative ring with identity. This is a non-commutative ring, but it has identity, so it is a non-commutative ring with identity. This is a non-commutative ring with identity. In place of R, if you take C, Q, Z, it will again become ring. So you can make new examples. M n cross n over Z with respect to plus dot, it is a ring. M n cross n with respect to Q plus dot, it is also a ring. M n cross n over C with respect to plus dot, these all are rings. One more thing, if R is any ring, and we make a set of matrices n cross n matrices over R, then again it will be a ring with respect to matrix addition and multiplication. So if R is any ring, then this is a ring. So with the help of one ring we can make several rings, or you may say that with the help of any given any ring we can make this ring. So we have several examples of ring. Now come to another example. Suppose R is a commutative ring with identity. We usually denote the identity by 1, so this is a commutative ring with identity. Define a set Rx. What is X? X is called unknown or indeterminate. So X is called indeterminate. So for indeterminate X, we define this set to be the set of all expressions of the type A0 plus A1x plus an x to the power n such that ai belongs to R and n belongs to n union 0. So n can be 0 also. This thing can also be written as, in short, we can write it as summation ai x to the power I is varying from 0 to n such that n belongs to n union 0, n is the set of natural number, and this ai belongs to R. So Rx is the set of expressions of this type, and this expression is called polynomial. This expression a0 plus a1x plus an x to the power n, this is called polynomial. Over R. So this is a polynomial over R. Now one more thing you should see here. By x to the power 0 we mean the multiplicative identity of the ring 1. So any expression of this form is called polynomial, and this set Rx contains all these types of expression. So it means any element of the ring if we take, then this is also an expression of this type where n is equal to 0. So if A is in R, so for A in R implies A belongs to Rx. This is also a polynomial, and this type of polynomials are called constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. So it simply means that the whole R is contained inside Rx. Okay. What is degree of polynomial? Suppose a0 plus a1x plus anx to the power n is a polynomial then ai is called the coefficient of x to the power I. Now, in a polynomial, if an is not equal to 0, then we say degree of a naught plus a1x plus an x to the power n is n. So the degree of polynomial a naught plus an x to the power n is the largest integer I such that a to the power I is not equal to 0. For example, suppose I take a polynomial 2 plus 3x plus 0x square. This is also a polynomial. This is a polynomial, but what is the degree of the polynomial? Let me denote the degree of a polynomial by deg. So the degree of the polynomial is largest integer I such that ai is non-zero. So this is a naught, a1, this is a2. So this is your a naught, this is a1 and this is a2. So the largest integer I for which ai is non-zero, that is called the degree. So the largest integer I for which ai is non-zero is 1. So this is 1 degree polynomial. Similarly, if you see the degree of the polynomial, suppose I am taking a polynomial 0 plus 0x plus 0x square plus x cube. So what is the degree of this polynomial? The largest coefficient, this is a naught, a1, a2 and this is a3. This 3 is non-zero because it is 1. So the largest coefficient is 3. Largest integer is 3 for which the coefficient a3 is non-zero, so its degree is 3. So like this we can see the degree of the polynomial. Now similarly, what is the degree of the polynomial? This is again a polynomial. Suppose I am writing 2. So actually these examples which we are considering is in the ring Rx. So because we are taking the numbers, so we should take the ring Z and X. So these all examples are from ZX actually. These two examples are from ZX and this is also an integer, so it is an example of ZX. So in place of R I have taken Z to make it clear what is the degree. So the degree of this expression is, this is this into x to the power 0. So this is a naught. So the degree is 0. Now we define a zero polynomial. So zero polynomial. A polynomial a naught plus a1x plus anx to the power n is called zero polynomial if a naught is equal to a1 is equal to an is equal to 0, where 0 is the the additive identity of R. So we denote this polynomial as as 0 again. And there is a type of identification in the set of polynomial. So in this polynomial Rx, there are several elements which we can call as zero polynomial. For example, if we just write 0, that is the additive identity of the ring, so it is a zero polynomial. If we write 0 plus 0x, then it is also a zero polynomial. 0 plus 0x plus 0x square, this is also a zero polynomial. And this type of expression will be called as zero polynomial, and they all will be treated as equal in the ring. So these are not the different elements of the ring, we will treat them as equal, and we denote it as zero polynomial. So this is a type of identification in the ring. There is another type of identification in the ring, two non-zero elements. Suppose I am taking non-zero elements. Let me denote it by fx summation ai x to the power I is varying from 0 to n, and gx to be another element, summation I is varying from 0 to m, bi x to the power I are called equal. Equal means same. We will treat them as they are same element. So two different expressions, but we will treat these two expressions as same. So suppose we take one expression fx and another expression gx, or one polynomial as fx and another polynomial as gx. We will call them equal if, number one, the degree of fx is same as the degree of gx, and second thing is that the ai, the coefficient ai is equal to bi for all I varying from 0 to the degree of fx, because they are same, so we can take degree of fx or degree of gx, so they are equal. For example, suppose I take an expression of the form a0 plus a1x plus a2 x square, one expression of this form, and I take another expression a0 plus a1x plus a2 x square plus 0x cube plus 0x to the power 4. Then by the definition of degree, the degree of this polynomial, if a2 is non-zero, is 2, and if a2 is non-zero, then degree of this polynomial is also 2. So degree of both the polynomials are equal. So if it is fx and if it is gx, also the coefficients are same, so fx is equal to gx. So for us these two polynomials are same. So in this set of polynomials, there are some identifications that when we call two polynomials to be equal under this definition, and the zero polynomials like this are all same and will be treated as one element, and we call it as zero element or zero polynomial. Okay. So now I am going to define the operation of addition and multiplication on this set Rx, with respect to which this will become a ring. One more thing, in short form we usually write as, suppose I am writing a0 plus 8x square. So this is expression simply mean, if you got this type of expression, then this expression simply means that 0x plus ax square. So the coefficient of x is treated as 0 and we do not write it usually. So if there is some x is missing, and the maximum power is x square or x cube, then x or x square is missing or anything is missing means the coefficient of that term is 0. So that is there, but the coefficient is 0. Okay, so now we define the operation of addition. So define plus from Rx cross Rx to Rx as, so take two elements summation ai x to the power I is varying from 0 to n, and plus summation bi x to the power I is varying from 0 to m. So if m and n are equal, there is nothing to do and we will define it naturally, but it may happen that n is less than equal to m or m is less than equal to n. So let me define for one case and then the other will be handled on the same way. Suppose this is the situation that n is less than equal to m, then we can write this as summation I is varying from 0 to m ai x to the power I plus summation I is varying from 0 to m bi x to the power I, where a n plus 1 is equal to a n plus 2 is equal to a m is equal to 0, and by the definition of this equality of two polynomials, these two polynomials are same. But the only benefit here is that now the variation is up to m in both the polynomials. So by addition we mean, now I am going to define how to add these two polynomials to get a new polynomial ai plus bi x to the power I is varying from 0 to m. So this is the definition of addition, and now it is not hard to check that Rx with respect to this addition is an abelian group, and the identity of this abelian group is the zero element, that is zero polynomial. Zero polynomial will work as the identity element, and the additive inverse will be just replace all the coefficient by the additive inverse of the coefficient. So you will get the inverse of an element. So it is exercise for you to verify that this is an abelian group. Now I am going to define another operation of multiplication on the set Rx. So define dot on the set Rx as, so let me take two element ai x to the power I is varying from 0 to n, and take another element summation bi x to the power I is varying from 0 to m, and take multiplication, and this will be summation I is varying from 0 to m plus n. And suppose the coefficient afterwards we found is Ci, where Ci is summation ak bi minus k is varying from 0 to I. So in this way this multiplication is defined, and now it is not hard to verify that Rx with respect to this plus and dot, this is a polynomial, this is a ring. Actually for defining this ring we need not to take this to be a commutative ring with identity, but as soon as we will take it to be a commutative ring with identity, that is R is a commutative ring with identity, then this ring will become commutative ring with identity, and what will be the identity element of this ring? Identity element of this ring will be actually the identity element of the ring R. So the multiplicative identity of ring Rx is actually the multiplicative identity of the ring R, and this is a commutative ring with identity. If R is commutative ring with identity. So we have taken it that R is a commutative ring with identity. So this Rx is a commutative ring with identity. Okay. Now come to the another example. We know Zn with respect to addition modulo n and multiplication modulo n. So we have introduced both the operations in the examples of lectures of group theory. So if you have confusion, then you can see the lectures on group theory. There you will get the details of these operation, addition and multiplication. So example Zn plus dot. So this is also a ring, and in fact this is a commutative ring with identity. This is a commutative ring with identity.